pseudo-modern, pseudo-dime novels. Hi, I'm Gary Lovisi, and we're going to look at an interesting group of books. Small little 3 inch by 4 inch books, and they're these dime novels. They were published out of Portland, Oregon, from 1990 to 1992. So they're called dime novels. They're not really dime novels. They're kind of pseudo-dime novels, modern versions of them. They're 96 pages, and again, they're 30 years old, so they're not really exactly new, but they're not exactly readily available, easy to find. What happened was an entrepreneur, Randy L. Bird, from Portland, Oregon, decided that he was going to put together a group of books and to sell in grocery stores and other places that sold small little books like crossword puzzle books and astrology books and things like that, where you had, in those days, there were small books being sold that were about this size. And so he decided to do them as fiction. And so he contracted with a bunch of writers, and he did 24 books in the series, and that was all that was published for like I guess about 3-4 months. They were on sale. There was even a book club where you could write in and buy 3 and you would get 6. But dime novels, weird kind of thing. I have most of them. I'm missing. I think I'm missing 6. They were numbered, but they were not numbered. Numbered on the spine, but they were not numbered consecutively. They were numbered by their genre. So strangely enough, you have like the first. You had 2 of each genre, and they were listed mystery. And I'm going to get to these books. Little interesting stuff about these. They were $1.99 a piece, and in the back, that's what they look like. And in the back, they had a picture with some information about Randy Bird, the publisher, and different pictures in different editions of him. And they always had a drawing of the author. And they were about 96 pages and sold for $1.99. And there were 12 genres, and you had book 1 and book 2 in each genre on the spine. A guy who was very much into these books, and I got a little bit of information from his website, Paul Bishop. Thank you, Paul, for some of the information on these books. They're kind of scarce. You don't see them around. I remember when they came out, they were kind of a oddball. Had a kind of an oddball interest, but they didn't really catch on, and there were no more, as far as we know, more books published in the series. There was just those 24. So I'm missing like 6 of them, but I'm just going to show you them now. Let me just get. They're not in any particular order. These are the 2 mystery books. Dead Ringer by Greg Mandel, and here you have. They did put Elvis on the cover. So in that one. The next one is also by Greg Mandel in the mystery series, Hi Hat. And this is Pope John Paul II. And this is a crime novel. It's actually, the Pope is a private eye working for the Vatican, and he's fighting the Amish Mafia. It's like a weird story. So that's that story. Should I put 3? 3 across?
Well, they're always 2, so just put 2 and 2.
2 and 2, okay. And then the next one is the science fiction series, and you have Alien Star Swarm by Robert Sheckley, and is Randy Bird again, another picture of him, and Bob Sheckley. So Alien Star Swarm by Robert Sheckley. So I'm a fan of Sheckley, collector of him, and you know I bought this book when it came out. When I found it, I says, "Where's this? What did he do?" You know, he wrote this little book for this weird dime novel thing. But So anyway, it was something that I wanted to get, and I got it. The next one is the other science fiction book, number 2 on the spine, and it's Mind Swap.
So was it written for this?
Well, they were written for the series, and some of them were just basically novelettes that that the authors had that could fit their format of 94 to 96 pages. So, and they were all professional writers, though, and they're nice little books. They're interesting. I think they're kind of underrated. The 2 thrillers in the series is Dark Spirit by Connie Granados and Hole in One by D.E. Berg. So they had 2 books in each genre, and they were numbered 1 and 2. And they didn't number the series, though. It's kind of weird. I don't know why, but that's the way they did it. They had historical romance, Exotic Love by Pat Waters. And again, the second book in the historical romance is Honor and Passion by Vesta Hathaway. And you can see, again, different picture of Randy Bird. Tells a little bit about him, how he got into publishing. He loved Pulp Fiction, and then the author also was a line drawing. Romantic Suspense, Hot Pursuit by Roberta Kent. And the second romantic suspense is Mistaken Identity by Camille Crawford. And again, you can see the back covers. And there's the Dime Novels logo. And they had the barcode at that time. So these are 1990 to 92. I'm just going to move these down, and we'll go with the rest of them. 2 Westerns, Showdown by Lee Stevens, and Rebel Justice by Robert Gosnell. Let me move these down a little bit. And then we have the other 6, which I only have, so I'm missing 6 of them. I'm missing the second on the fantasy, and then the other 5 books. I'm missing the first book in the that run. So here's number 1 in the fantasy series, The Hero Curse by Steve Perry. Steve Perry's a well-known science fiction writer. The horror genre is carnivore, actually. It's easy for me to say. By Mark Kramer. I wonder if that's a pseudonym of somebody that I know. I'm not sure, though. So I won't say. Sweet Romance. This is number 2. Lofty Ambitions by Isolde Carlson. Sensual Romance, number 2, is Hold of Love by Lane Booth. And they're in a boxing ring. Adventure, this is number 2, Hitler's Crystal by John A. Anderson. Great villain on the cover. And then there's a detective series of 2 books, and this is the second one, Dead in Red by Georgette Livingston. So that's 18 of the 24 dime novels published in 1990 to 1992 by Randy L. Bird out in Portland, Oregon. And it's an interesting series. It's interesting that they advertise a book club in the back of the books that you could get send away, and you could, by paying for 3 books, you would get 6. And they were talking about, publishing more books in the series, but I don't think any others came out. There's just 24 in this series, but they're pretty cool. They're pretty interesting, and it's a kind of offbeat thing that I wanted to share with you. I hope you enjoy it. And looking at these books, they're not that common these days, and they don't really show up that often. So some of you may be interested in collecting them. I think they'll be able to be found if you dig deep enough. And with that, I just hope you enjoyed this look at dime novels. Are they new? Are they old? Who knows? But they're pretty cool. See you next time. Give us a thumbs up and arrivederci.